Hello, Facebook. How are you this afternoon? As you can see, I am in a different location. We're actually at one of our partners within the community, the Clubhouse. I actually have a Clubhouse representative with me as well. What we wanted to do was something a little bit different. So this live is going to be actually completely different than probably what you've seen from a chamber. But we thought it was very critical to get information out to the business owners and entrepreneurs now that you're in a virtual environment, and anybody else that is doing meetings now online or interviews and so forth. Just some quick hacks and things you can use that you may not be aware of that can help you with lighting, positioning, and so forth. So let me get a moment because I want to bring her on camera and introduce her because she's going to be helping me during this live for sure. And I didn't want to give you her name just yet. So Joy Barr, I'm going to let you introduce yourself to everybody.
Hello, Augusta. This is Joy Barr with the Clubhouse and Ronic with the Greater Augusta Black Chamber. And she and I meet regularly to go over places of commonality within our organizations and working together for our members. And in our last conversation, we were discussing the hurdles to moving everything to home meetings and working through the technology needs, the expense of acquiring new equipment to present yourself in a professional way when you're meeting virtually, and then some of the hacks that we've come up with to be able to present yourself and your business in the best way possible with this little, on different hacks, some things that you've probably got around your house, and then some other options for things that you can purchase.
Yes, so make sure you share out this live. Like I said, this is going to be really different, but it sounds like we're probably going to do some rounds of these just to make sure we get information out to the community. So we're going to get started right away.
Right. I will be Vanna.
Okay, she's going to be my Vanna wife for today. So thank you so much for your assistance, Joy.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we're going to start off with lighting. So if you guys notice that I am in the Clubhouse, one of the great meeting rooms, I suggest if you are not a member, you make sure you join the chamber or the Clubhouse. We are community partners, just in case if you didn't know, I mentioned that already, but let me get right into this talk about the lighting. So right now, the lighting is just the basic lighting that is in the conference room that I am in. I am using my cell phone and actually my computer. If you want to know more about how I am actually going live on Facebook via my cell phone and my computer, put it in the comments and I may do a demonstration for that as well. But I do that because I'm always working with a lot of documents and so forth. And so I like to use my cell phone camera versus my computer camera just to make sure that things don't get interrupted as I'm moving around or even accepting people into the meeting if I'm the admin of that particular Zoom meeting. So that's one little quick hack I want to give you. So now we're going to go into lighting. First, I think we should show how, if the lighting is behind you, how it will actually cut you off camera. So let me show you guys that first. I think you may have to turn off the lights, possibly. Yes, Vanna is helping us. So she is moving. If you notice now, you can't see me on camera. So anytime that you're in any room, you want the light to be in front of you and not behind you. Okay, so if you can see, I'm still talking, but you guys cannot see me now on camera. So you want to be sure that you always have the light in front of you and not behind you. So make sure you share out this live, guys, as you see this information. Next, okay. So now I'm going to show you first, I think we're going to do our ring light. So this is a basic ring light you can actually order from Amazon. I just turned on the ring light. The shade is now down. Oops, I just turned off. Our Vanna removed our light. We're gonna get it back on here in a moment. Okay, so this is a basic ring light that you can get from Amazon. Now, I am in a conference room, so the lighting would be different than when you're in your home or when you're in your office space or so forth. But you can see the difference in the lighting when I turned on the actual ring light and how it really reflected on my face. Now, the ring light is behind my phone. Again, you want to make sure the light is behind your camera. That's how you're going to get great lighting. So the other hack we want to show you, and we're going to show you all this equipment as well, but we're just going to show you the lighting aspect first. Oh, well, I guess I could show you a ring light. Let me show that. So we do have a ring light. Actually, this is a different ring light, but this is your example of a ring light. So in the shape of a ring, I'm assuming that's where they got it
Yeah.
from. I'm not quite sure, I'm not that technical as where the ring light history came from, but then it usually comes with some type of podium that you can adjust. This one goes very tall. So if you were doing a stand-up presentation, or if you were talking, and some people have did speeches where they're actually in their homes and they're standing as they speak. That is a way for you to get more energy for you guys who are aspiring speakers, just in case you didn't know that. Okay, so next, I'm gonna show you guys just a basic LED light you can go purchase from Walmart or from Target. That will also give you better lighting, just in case you didn't know, if you can't order your ring light right away. So if you guys can see, that's a basic LED light. We're gonna unplug it and I'm gonna bring it around so you can see, but you can see the lighting actually changed. You can see my face is more professional. That way it's not as dark. So we can turn that off and then I'll show them that as well. Basic LED light. I can't remember how much this is or how much it costs, but you can see it says LED. I think this one was purchased from Walmart, but my understanding Target has them too. So yes, if you need a hack really quickly, let's say you have an interview or presentation you're doing and you're gonna be on camera or you're recording a class and you just need a quick hack, that LED light will work for you as well. What's the next hack we want to show?
If you're real desperate.
So if you're really desperate and you don't have an actual light, this is just a regular desk lamp. And I'm gonna show you guys this real quick. Regular desk lamp. And you also could use this to put your phone on so you're not holding your phone if you don't have a phone holster as of yet. Okay. Different ways so that you can have a professional standard type look with your lighting, and that way you don't have to really consult with someone. But we just wanted to give you some hacks because we know everybody's moving to a virtual world, and a lot of us are starting to meet online, and we're seeing a different lighting and different views. And we were like, for entrepreneurs, business owners, leaders, everybody, this would help them out. So we were like, well, let's go ahead and do a quick tutorial. So now I want to show some different holders, okay, for your phones. Oh, we probably should start with this one.
Oh yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, what is this called again?
A gimbal.
A gimbal. So this is a gimbal. So this is for if you're walking around, if you're outside, it will actually move, because I do shake a lot when I hold something sometimes, but it actually moves to keep your phone stable. So it moves with how you are moving. So it can keep your phone stable as you are recording and moving around outside, okay?
Kind of absorbs the
And it comes with an awesome case.
It looks like a tiny ukulele.
Yes. So I love that. Okay, so next we have our, what is this one called?
That is just a more durable stand than the ring light.
Yes.
And it gives you the options. You can adjust the way that, you know, you've got a lot of manipulation for your phone if you're trying to work around.
This is an acronym. I just seen it.
Oh, gotcha.
Yep, acronym. So I know a lot of people use this. I've heard of acronym actually a lot. For a lot of people who do a lot of podcasting and so forth, a lot of people do use this type of holders. I know they have dual holders for people who use multiple phones, who broadcast on multiple platforms, who use multiple devices. I know they have like the iPad holder. I've seen these, right? iPad, the phone, where you get the multiple holders and so forth. You know, broadcast on Instagram, Facebook, on Periscope, and so forth. So this is one that you definitely want to use. It's very doable. I love the fact that it has 3 arms that you can change and adjust as needed, and then it can go taller as well. Okay, and it has a great platform, as you can see. Thank you, Vanna.
Yes, ma'am.
So next, we're going to show you a tripod. I think we'll go with that one first. So this is a tripod that adjusts very well. You can travel with. You can move these legs down, and it will go all the way down. I can show you guys really quick. So if you go buy equipment, now this one was bought at Best Buy, I believe it or not, here in Augusta, Georgia. If you purchase equipment, of course, ask your Best Buy rep how to use it. so you can get comfortable with it. But I want to show you how far it will adjust down.
And keep your receipts for taxes.
Yes, yes, yes. Keep your receipts for taxes. But you see how far that went down? You can put that on your table, and you can utilize it for when it's on your table. You also can stand up and utilize it again if you're speaking. And then you have your phone holder here where you can adjust it to, you know, a bigger phone if you have a big phone, or just, you know, adjust to the phone size. You can adjust the actual phone ports here, so you can show the different.
And that's a good
angles.
segue into angles.
Yes. So she said we had to cover angles. I was not going to cover angles, but she said that she thought it would be good to cover angles. So we're going to cover angles today as well. So right now the phone is sideways, right? I'm going to turn it long ways so you can see the difference. Okay. So I like to have my camera long ways. I know that it is actually customary that you have it sideways when you are doing a podcast. So everybody that's professionally podcasting, that is really that's doing interviews and so forth, it is customary that you have your phone long ways. You've seen the difference. Now I'm gonna show you some different angles. So let's say if I turn my phone down, you can see how that angle looks. So you don't really want it that far down, because now you can't see my face really. You're looking down. You would have to see what my mouth is saying and so forth. And then we'll adjust it up, which may be okay depending upon how you're sitting. But then I would also adjust it based off of the lighting. Okay. So that looks kind of good to me because I like that lighting.
I agree.
I think that lighting was good.
You look straight into the camera. Especially when you're speaking.
Yes.
When I'm listening to other people, then I'll find them on my screen like I would in person. But when I'm speaking, try to avoid the temptation to look at yourself and actually look into the camera, so you're making virtual eye contact.
That is true. So always look in the camera when you can. Also a trick is just know where your camera is and just kind of look that way when you're talking. And I've actually taken a class on this, but I still don't think I'm good with the camera eye direction. So don't get on me, guys, on that piece. But I have taken a class on that. But yes, you want to look into the camera, just know where your camera is on the phone, and then look at it and then make sure you're speaking that way and not looking at yourself. And sometimes using your cell phone helps you to do that, because you don't see yourself unless you change the camera, then you can see yourself. Anything else you want to show?
Great point.
Okay, the mic. So if you are a professional podcaster, if you're going to be using your doing a lot of video calls and so forth, sometimes it may be customary for you to get a mic. This will help you to drown out the noise, actually background noise, especially if you are recording a podcast. You definitely want to get you a mic. This is a blue mic, and I just purchased this one in Augusta too from Staples. So you can get these things here at your local stores. I strongly suggest it, especially because we're all in a virtual world. I have been in a virtual world for about 8 years. So a lot of these things I have, I don't use all of them, of course, but we just thought it would be good to come on, do a quick hack. I'm trying to make sure we haven't left anything out that we want to show.
We can show this one last.
Okay, we got one more for you guys. So this is a hack for people who, like, I like to sit at my desk. But if you don't like to sit at your desk, let's say you are don't have an office space just yet, and you're sitting on your couch or your chair, you can actually, where was this one purchased?
I got this at Amazon.
Okay, so you can buy this at Amazon.
And they're called a lap desk.
It's a lap desk is what it's called. I actually had one. Be very careful because I broke one of the arms. Somebody purchased this for me as a gift before. But I like to sit at my desk. I usually don't. Once I'm done with my work day, I leave my desk. That's just a little hack so you can kind of like get away from work. So I'm not a big person about using the lap desk.
You work at your desk.
Right. I work at my desk on purpose. That just helps me to disconnect from work and when I'm home. But get a lap desk if you like to move around, or if you don't have a home office just yet and you need to be able to use your computer. I won't say the other one where you can use it at too, because I don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah.
Is what I will say. So anything else you want to add?
No, I think that's perfect. And I really appreciate you being here and bringing all your expertise. It makes an enormous difference just to kind of go back over, especially I think light is number one, and you don't have to have any additional products to work on getting that right. If you only take one thing away from this, let it be that the light needs to be in front of you and not behind you. There's almost always one person on a Zoom meeting that hasn't figured out why they can't fix that yet. And so you can't see that person's face ever.
Right.
So just make sure that you're keeping the light in front of you. You're better off in a dimly lit room than a well-lit room with the light behind you.
Yes. So just make sure that the light is, not in back of you, but in front of you. Now, if you are in a room, it's the first time you go in, always kind of look around the room, see where the light is, adjust the blind if you need to, and then that way you can set up your camera in position where it needs to be. I know a lot of times we're on the go sometimes, and we have to do a quick video call and so forth. So kind of, scope out your settings, and then you can see where is the best place to also sit at. Another way you can do it is take your camera on your phone and kind of play and see, and adjust before you go live. That way you can really see how your likeness is too.
Absolutely. So make a video, turn it on yourself, and that's what you're going to look like. And so that is a great way to test the waters. Especially when you're meeting with someone or on a platform. Maybe you always do Google Meets or Teams, and you're going to be on Zoom for the first time. Make sure you play around, try to invite a family or friend or your alternate email address so that you can work through some of those kinks. And then ultimate hack, if you cannot adjust what you're doing, then click the video off button while you troubleshoot what's going on. Much better to see just your name, or if you've got a picture saved, than you fumbling through, it's just going to happen to all of us. But click that, disconnecting from video, going to either a picture or just your name while you troubleshoot what you're doing, and then you can always click right back on.
Yes, and then the other thing is load a picture to your Zoom profile. That was a very good tip. You want to load a picture to your Zoom profile. So like for the chamber, we show the logo of the chamber. So if it's your business, put your logo on there, put your website on there. It's a good branding tip. But if it's your personal Zoom profile, because I have two profiles, then I always have my headshot there. So that way, if I'm not on camera, they are at least seeing a picture of me.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Those are great points.
Yeah, I think that's all we want to do. We want to do quick lives, kind of give you guys some information that will help you with some quick hacks, so that you can just do the best professional job you can, be an entrepreneur, business owner, as we all go into this virtual world. Any other hacks that you would like to hear from us that can be quick 15 to 20-minute videos, let us know. I think we're going to do a series and probably come up with some other ideas to do for the community. So is there anything that you would like to have information on? Go ahead and drop them in the comments below, and make sure you share out this live. Thank you, Joy, today for your
business.
Yes,
you as well, Ronnie.
And then for the idea, because it was totally her idea. And I was like, sure, let's do it.
All right. Leave us some comments and let us know what else you want to learn about.
Okay, thank you, and have a great evening.